We are set to go. We don't know. We can't see it. On Facebook? Yes, on Zoom we have one. There were 28 screens. Yes. Yes, I could give you a Zoom screen, but I don't balance it on. No. Chair. I can say good evening, person. Right, now we have Michael. We have Michael Radcliffe on as well. Good evening, Michael. We can see you, but can't hear you. It's the wonders of music.
Good evening.
Oh, there he is. Hi, Michael. You are the first? No. Alexander's on. Alexander beat him. Where's that? I can't see that. How do you know that? What? Sorry? How do you know he's on as well? Oh, yes. Yes, there he is. He has his camera. It's got a big C. There was a baker called Kossoff's. Was that? Ripley Road, yeah. My childhood. Many, yeah. You got a Bless you.
Oh, Nancy's just joined. Ooh, stop it.
Challenge of getting back in the room.
Yeah.
Right, there you have a few options on Zoom most conveniently. Thank you.
Great. They are clearly still sign up.
I think it's just about 6:30. Yeah, so I will mute everyone. Everybody. Shabbat Shalom, Zoomers. I'm Peter Raven. I think most of you know me. Unfortunately, tonight I do not have my backing group. Adam couldn't join me. He's got another gig which he couldn't refuse. And also, I apologise if my voice goes a little off piece because I'm just getting over a throat infection. But I think I'll be good. This evening's service is number 3, and you'll find that on page 79. Unataticha la'agayim, v'yam ishurati ad katsei ha'aretz. I will make you a light to the nations, that my salvation may reach to the ends of the earth. As these candles remind us of past generations of our people who have sought to live up to that ideal, so may we in our day strive to be a source of light to those about us. Let us light the lights. That's right. We will at some point light the lights. Aha! Together? Baruch atah Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik neshel Shabbat. Amen. Eternal God, Your glory fills the universe. We are never beyond the touch of your hand, yet we are grateful for special times and places which help us, in company with others, to reach out to you. Here at this hour, let us feel your nearness. Grant that we may hear your voice speaking in our hearts as, in the stillness of Sabbath peace, we turn to you. And we move to the top of page 81. Let's say together. Sing a new song to the Eternal One, who has done wonderful things. You have made known your saving power, your righteousness to the nations. You remember your love and faithfulness for Israel.
All the ends of the earth have seen your saving power.
Shout for joy to the Eternal One, all the earth.
Break forth, sing loud, sing praise.
Sing praise with the harp.
With the harp and the sound of melody.
Let trumpet blast and horn resound.
Before the sovereign God.
Let the sea roar and all that fills it.
The world and all that dwell in it.
Let the rivers clap hands.
Let the mountains join in joyful song.
Before the eternal God who comes to rule the earth. Rule the world with justice and the peoples with righteousness. Let's sing together the first two verses of Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi likrat kala Hanei Shabbat nekabala Shoma v'zacha v'dibur echad Ishmi'ali Echad Yuchad Adonai Echad Shema Echad L'Shem U'Tiferet V'Lihila Echad Odi Likrat Kala V'Lei Shabbat Nekabala L'Karot Shabbat L'Chud V'Nei L'Cha Ki Merka Abaracha Meira Likedem Nesucha Sof Ma'aseh B'Machshava Techila Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala L'Chudei Shabbat Nekabala. Excuse me. And we continue on page 92. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamavarach. Baruch Adonai Hamavarach Le'olam va'ed. We praise you, Eternal One, our God, Sovereign of the universe, whose word brings on the evening, whose wisdom opens the heaven's gates, whose understanding changes times and seasons, and whose will sets the stars in their courses in the sky. You make day and night, rolling light away from darkness, and darkness away from light. You make day pass and bring on the night, and you separate day from night. You rule the hosts of heaven. We praise you, O God, whose word makes evening fall. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta, Otanu limadeta. Okay, Adonai Eloheinu v'shofteinu, Tumeinu v'tziach b'chukecha,
Imenu Leolamim. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod, Shem Kavod, Malchuto, Le'olam, Le'olam Va'ed. Yahavta et Adonai Elohecha, v'chol levavecha, v'chol nafshecha, v'chol ma'odecha. V'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh, asher Elohim etzavach hayom al levavecha. V'shinantam levanecha v'rivata bam. V'shivtecha b'beitecha, v'lechtecha v'adech, v'shavtecha v'vigimecha. V'shatam liot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot beinenecha. V'taftam al mezuzot beitecha, v'visharecha. Lema'an tizkaru, v'asitem et kol mitzvotai. V'tem kadoshim Elohechem, Ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, Lihiyot lachem Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem.
All this we hold to be true and sure. You alone, eternal one, are our God, and we are Israel, your people. You have freed us from oppressors and delivered us from tyrants. You led us out of Egypt, forever to serve you in freedom. When we witnessed your power, we praised your name and gave thanks. Willingly we accepted your rule. Then, full of joy, we sang together, Mi chamocha b'alim Adonai, Mi chamocha nedad v'kodesh, Norah tefilot, osei peled, Adonai imlo, le'olam va'ed. And it has been said, the Eternal One has delivered Jacob and redeemed us from the hand of one stronger than ourselves. We praise you, O God, Redeemer of Israel. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu zukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu zukat shlomecha. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu v'yakol yoshvei tevel. Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu v'yakol yoshvei tevel. V'yal Yerushalayim v'yal kol ha'olam. V'yal Yerushalayim shalom. V'yal Yerushalayim v'yal kol ha'olam.
Ata Adonai Aparei Sukkot Shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Kol Aleinu yoshvei tevel. Adonai sofatai tifta, ufi agite hilatecha. Adonai sofatai tifta, ufi agite hilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imeteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Elohei HaGadol, HaGibah v'Hanora, El Elyon, Omer Chasadim Tovim v'Kanahekol, Zocher Chastei Avot v'Imo, Mevi Gula Libnei v'Neiher, Aman Shema v'Yehovah, Melech Ezion Asher Mageh, Baruch atah Adonai, Gein Avraham, his son. Atagibah Li'olam Adonai Mechayeh Meitim Atarav LaHoshia. Mashiv Haruach U'Morid HaGeshem. Mazriach HaShemesh U'Morid Matar. Mechalkel Chaim B'Chesed V'Chaim Meitim Rachamim Rabim Somech Naflim V'Rafeh Chalim U'Matir Asurim U'Makayem U'Natal L'Shenei Afar Michama Al Gedorot U'Mi'adam Elah Menit U'Chayei U'Matzmiach Yeshua. Ne'eman atah lahachayot metim. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hametim. Kadosh atah v'nara shemecha. V'yein lanu Elohei migaladecha. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. We thank you, O God, for this Sabbath day which calls us to closer communion with you. Though you are near to us at all times, you reveal your presence most clearly when we direct our thoughts towards you in worship and meditation. In you, O God, our humanity is exalted. You are our light. From you comes its greatness, its power, its beauty. Establish in us, we humbly pray, a devotion to you that shall be firm in all the circumstances of life. May this service renew in our hearts the sense of your presence and bring us peace. Shamru B'nai Israel et HaShabbat, Lasod et HaShabbat, L'dorotam Berit Olam, Le'mein B'nai Israel, Oti Le'olam, Ki Sheshet Yamim Asa Adonai, et HaShamayim v'et ha'aretz, Uvayom HaShvi'i Shabbat v'Hinafash. And in the middle of page 100. Eternal God, be gracious to your people Israel, and in your love accept their prayers. May our worship now and always be acceptable in your sight. We praise you, O God, whom alone we worship in reverence. Modim anachnu lo, she'atahu Adonai Eloheinu, ve'Elohei Avotenu, ve'Elohei Adelecha l'sapaya tehillatech. Achayenu hamsirit b'yadecha. Al nishmataynu hapkudat lach. Al nisecha shebchal yom imanu. Ve'al niflatecha v'tavatecha. Shebchal eitera v'avoke v'tzaharaya. Baruch ata Adonai. Atov shimcha lecha noel hodot. Supreme source of peace, grant true and lasting peace to your people Israel. For it is good in your sight that your people Israel and all peoples may be blessed at all times with your gift of peace. We praise you, O God, the source of peace. And now a few moments for silent reflection. And we move on to the Elena on page 520. Aleinu l'shabech l'adon hakol, l'teikru la'yoseh bereshit, asher samchalkeinu liyachid et shemo, v'gor aleinu l'mechid malchuto, va'anachnu kolim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shehu Noteh Shamayim v'Yosei Haaretz, U'Moshev Yekaro b'Shamayim Nima'al, U'Shechinatu Zo, V'Govei Maramim, Hu Eloheinu Elot, Emet Malkeinu Efesuloto, Kakatu Batarata Vayadatayo Vashavata Elavavecha Ki Adonai Hu Elohim Shomayim Mimal V'Yaharetz Mitachat Trusting in you, eternal God, we hope soon to behold the glory of your might, when false gods will vanish from our hearts and idolatry cease forever. Help us to perfect the world by bringing it under your unchallenged rule, when all will invoke your name, relinquish evil, and turn to you alone. May all who dwell on earth come to know that to you every knee must bend and every tongue swear loyalty. Before you let them humble themselves, and to your glorious name let them give honour. Let all submit to your sovereign rule. May that time come soon and last forever. For ultimate sovereignty is yours, and to all eternity you will reign in glory. As it is written, the Eternal One shall reign forever. And it has been said, the Eternal One shall rule over all the earth. On that day the Eternal One, God shall be one, and known to be one. V'ne'emar, v'haya Adonai lemelech, al kol ha'aretz, b'yom ha'hu, Yehye Adonai Echad, U'Shema Echad. And in the middle of page 522. As we worship before you, O God, we think of those who once shared with us the joys and burdens of life and who are no longer in our midst. The sorrow of bereavement is softened by the bond of love which continues to unite us with our dear ones, and by our cherished memories of them which we will always carry in our hearts. May all that was good in their lives remain with us as an influence for good. O God, grant consolation to those who are in sorrow, and light to those who are in darkness. Teach us at all times to put our trust in you and to praise your name. As we say, Yitgadal v'yitgadash shmei Rabbah, v'yalma divrach yirtei v'yamlich malchotei, v'chayechal v'yamechal, v'chayei dechal beit Yisrael, v'galav izman karev v'imur amen. V'hei shmei Rabbah mevarach v'yalam v'yalmai almayah, v'barach v'yishtabach v'yiba'ah v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadav v'yitalel v'yitalal shmei gush ya'abrechu. Leila min kal birchata v'shirata, tishbechata v'nechamata, amiram b'yalma v'imru amen. V'hei shlama rabba min shemaya, chayim aleinu v'yal kal Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mrama, v'yaseh shalom, aleinu v'yal kal Yisrael, v'yal kal b'nei Adam, v'imru amen. The only announcement I have is that tomorrow's service will be taken by Stacey Sherlin, with, of course, Mike Bell's wonderful backup.
Can I add a couple of more announcements, Peter?
Please.
And in particular, also to thank you for this evening's service. You just about made it, voice-wise. Yes, you're about 4 octaves lower than I expect, but there we go. So, as well as tomorrow morning's service, on Sunday morning, we are decorating the sukkah. So if you have any trimmings from your garden that you can bring to the shul between 10 and 12:30 on Sunday morning to help us decorate the sukkah, please do. The first night of Sukkot is on Monday evening. There'll be a short service at 6:30, followed by a full-length feature film. The details are in the weekly bulletin that you should have received. It's an Israeli film, Ushpitzin, which is all about the guests who come into your sukkah during the festival. So please do join us for that. And of course, our Sukkot morning service will be here at 11 o'clock on Tuesday morning. And of course, all our services are streamed in all the usual way. So please join us for those.
Let's conclude with Adon Olam before we do that. We'll do the traditional. Adon Olam Hashem Olam B'terem kol Yetzir Nivra V'yet Nasa B'chetza kol Azai Melech Shema Nikra V'yacharei Kichlot HaKol Levada Yimloch Nora V'hu Haya V'hu Hovei V'hu Yeh V'tifara V'hu Echad V'ein Sheni Laham Shilach Lahachpirach V'li Reishit V'li Tachlit V'laz V'hamizrach V'hu Eli V'chai Gali V'tzuchem li B'eitzara V'hu Nisi Umanos li Manat Kalsi V'yam Ekra V'yada L'Kiruchi V'yetishan V'yahira V'imruchi Gaviyati Adonai li V'lo Yira. Just made it.
We've done the Shamru. Let us just say, Baruch atah Adonai,
Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen.
Baruch atah
Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. If you want to unmute yourselves and say a few words, please do so.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom, Dorothy.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
And to you too, Shabbat Shalom, and thank you. Oh, he's gone. I was going to say thank you, but he went off too quickly there. Where is he? Oh, well. Never mind.
Yes,
Shabbat
so
Shalom.
Shabbat shalom to our Zoom community and of course also to our Facebook community. There were roughly equal numbers on both. And who knows, eventually we'll get you either together or even back in the shul, who knows. So Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Mike. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom again. Right.
Bye.
Bye. Where do we go? Leave.